hug a shed and take a selfie day. And
So beforehand, I would probably, and I think I've got like some stuff where I have recorded stuff outside, but nowadays because ah, I'm pretty on here because I'm living all my recordings because I find it fun. And if anyone wants to communicate, I do that. But I can't do hug shed because surprisingly I don't have a shed inside. Shock, shock of all shocks, sheds aren't inside homes. Breaking news. We have discovered there is not a shed in this man's house. I don't know if there's some sheds that are inside, probably. And I'm not including selling, like a place that sells sheds. Of course they're inside. That's the point of selling the sheds. They need to have it on display. But yeah. And yeah.
If somebody sent this to you, or if you found it, you must remember, you can't always control who walks into your life, but you can control which window you throw them out of.
Unlikely lines from a children's book.
The railway children gesticulated wildly at the driver. You've left us behind, you wank!
you can't be.
Oh, I can be. I very much am. So what's going on then? He's not really old.
I'm her best enemy.
Call me Master. Me and her, we go way, way, way back.
I met her.
I know.
Years ago.
But
there was an old at MI6 he was talking about it.
Yeah, a man very close to my heart. Well, in my pocket, actually. You want to see him? It's always good to keep a backup of one's work. Tissue compressions, classic. Wow. Ambushed him on his way to work for his first day. Shrunk him, took his identity, and set myself up in MI6. Surprisingly good stuff, too.
Let's go. Let's see the ranking. Ooh. He's just 5. Playing it safe. Except for Onkariro. There's 2 more that I feel like. There. Go down. Because I like the character arc and I like it interesting. Also like acrobatics. If you can do acrobatics, that is absolutely I was like 10. I don't know you much. Acrobatics are cool. And she's just the badass of all badass. Okay, so that's exit. No, not the game. Okay, so that's exit. No, not the game.
Loot, how many demons did you kill this year?
Got a good 275 this year, sir.
275? Whoa! Badass! Awesome job, Danger Tits. Pound it.
So with daily life of the Immortal King, what can I say besides it's pretty interesting, and I like the idea that you don't, with a couple of people, they're slowly realizing it, and there's some series I do like that idea where it's like, instead of it being like, oh look, these people know that these people are super powerful and super strong, and I get that like intrigue of like, oh, these people are powerful, but it's like, oh no. But I love this, like, there's a smaller group. It's like, oh, we can see this. We can see your actual strength. And that I find interesting is like, nope, you're strong. He sort of plays it up, but it's like, we can't mess with him. It's like knowing the power was like, and he acts so chill. And it's fun. I also like a couple of powers, the fights when he's giving the 2 fights I like is the sort of confrontation. It's not really a fight, there's a lot of backstory and really interesting ideas, which one I don't get, where it's like, if you win in a competition, I'm never a person where it's like, if you are in a competition Like, I don't like it when it's like, well, I tried more. I mean, he did luck. But, like, if you are literally just going to be like, well, I'm going to stand behind you and you're going to get the win. But I'm going to win because it's technically BS. I'm like, no. He won because he did what was told to him. I'm not going to take this, but I made him win. The only time which I take it is if someone deliberately gives it to someone else. It's like, no, I don't want to take this win because of this. Like, Wizards of Waverly Place does this thing where it's like, oh, wait, I didn't feel like I should win because this one person at, like, I think it was Alex, who helped Justin. And Justin was like, no, I can't take it. And because of that, I was like, you should have won. You could have just gone and won, but you thought it was not fair, so you, like, came back. I'm like, yes, absolutely. That was so, like, interesting. But that's not like, well, now he wins because we decided to change rules. Like, I know there's probably a moral to it, but I do not care. That's just BS. I do like, there's a fight where it's like, he gives like this extremely small proportion and it like increases her powers and it's like absolutely like, what? It's interesting because of like that idea, because she comes back on later and is like, nope, I've been here all the time. It's like, what? I just find that funny. It's absolutely funny, absolutely hilarious. So yeah. Also, I realised I was looking down being like, wait, that was the first one I recorded. No, it's the first one I uploaded. Because I'm an idiot and forgot the order to this. So yeah. The daily life of the Immortal King.
No, I took it. I'll take that as a pink. Not a damage. No.
Floppy. I'm trying to do 10, but, you know, I like doing it. This is actually, like, fun. It gives me energy. It's like, yes, let's do this. It's like a project. I'm like, I need to do this, otherwise I'm failing. Like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, but just...
I'm going to have to ask you to leave him alone. Now, I acknowledge that I'm unfamiliar with your circumstances, but at first glance, your treatment of this man appears unfair, and I'm obliged to intervene. Now, if your instinct is to harm me, as a person simply trying to de-escalate a conflict, then I'll have to assume of the two of you, you are likely the primary aggressor. In which case, I think everyone in this town would agree the force is justified. Unless you willingly stand down now.
Fucking vault dwellers.
Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs.
She said stand down.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave him alone. Now, I acknowledge that I'm unfamiliar with your circumstances, but at first glance, your treatment of this man appears unfair, and I'm obliged to intervene. Now, if your instinct is to harm me, as a person simply trying to de-escalate a conflict, then I'll have to assume of the two of you, you are likely the primary aggressor. In which case, I think everyone in this town would agree the force is justified. Unless you willingly stand down now.
Fucking vault dwellers.
Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs.
She said stand down.
Prepare for humiliating defeat, King Hercules.
Smite him, son of Zeus!
Son of Zeus!
Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess. You have nothing, I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw?
No one else was in the room where it happened.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
I created you. I taught you everything you know, everything you are. It's because of me. What did you do?
I got faster. Than you?
No.
Okay, so this is at least better. So it was my birthday today, and no, so it's my birthday today. So yeah. So technically this is a birthday stream, which is really funny, but I didn't bring it up because I don't know if anyone says. Say hi if you're here. If the extension work, I think I put tomatoes. Throw a tomato if you're here. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So I got this. So one of my friends, who I don't know if wants to be named and shamed, not shamed actually, named and appreciated, gave me this from the Disneyland Paris, which also comes with this, and it looks absolutely good. I also got, which is on my keys, which is why I'm not going to be like, and then here are my keys, if you want to scan them quickly. No, I got like a Captain America shield, which is absolutely cool. But one of the person who has been on my TikTok account, which, if you don't know, is my sister's, who also is known, so that's why I'm fine. If they're not being on camera, they just want to, like, my sister Sophie, as a partner, Fred, gave me this. This is so absolutely awesome. It's like one of the like old covers, and it's so cool. I don't have something like this. I love this. I don't care if it's like an extreme rare. This is just awesome regardless. You get like this also cool, like really nice frame with it as well. Also, and I know I see my dad every so often in this. I don't know if he's gonna be seeing this one. So if you're here, Dad, hi. Thank you. This is badass. Look at this. Look at this. Legitimately. This is like bigger. This is like I said, bigger than my head. How is? So yeah. Death by toy. Ooh. Death by Lego. Oh, I actually stung the baby. Where's the box? But yeah. I'm excited about this. So yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun. So thank you, Dad, Fred, and my friend. Because I don't know if my friend wants to be named and sort of like have that out there. So yeah. So this series here, there's not going to be much in this because legitimately I watched it because I'm like, okay, this image looks cool. These people here, this one here, this one here, look cool. And that's really it. And you do get a lot of him, which has this sort of like goofy fun nature where it's like, it's basically what happens if you mix the genie with a bunch of energy. It's insane, it's fun, and it's very goofy, his moment. But the rest of them are kind of like, let's get fighting, let's get strong. And because I'm not a person who, I'm like, muscles are, the idea of like gaining muscle is like the idea of like, I actually don't have an analogy. It's like, I don't get it. I know people are like, I want to have muscles. And like, I can appreciate muscles. But on others, not on me. I don't care about getting strong. And if you don't want to get strong, sure, fine. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to say fit is different. Like, that I feel like is useful. Not strong, but like, okay. But I don't get where it's like, I need to have muscles the size of my head. No. Why? I don't get it. So, like, I watched this and it was mostly muscles, muscles, muscles. I'm like, okay, now I know what series I'm in. I want out. So, I don't really get this series. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of there. But it's okay. It's fine. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't. It's that simple. I'm not going to come back to this. I don't know. Maybe season 2. I don't know. I have a habit of like, I watched the season 1 and I didn't like it. Maybe I'll like it in season 2. So yeah.
Attack. Gonna make no. Just move on. That's big. No. Why did I? That.
Like the world ends from like this disease and like people's reactions. Because like, yeah, the end of the world, like food, like the meteor crash is important. But the meteor crashing is, you see it and then you die. The world like slowly, like, one thing I would love to see is like a movie on like, not the COVID-19, because COVID-19 was like smaller on scale, but like the plague of the old-fashioned period and how dark that was. Because you still had medicine, but you didn't fully understand. You had the idea of like something, because something like plaguing, but from the perception from someone who's like viewing from the outside, of like sees the world like crumbling down into like near nothing from like an outsider's perspective. Because if you see that from the outside, I feel like it will be really good. Also, I think, and if anyone was asking, I've done pretty well. I've got up to the 3rd, which is good. And that means I need to watch it, take stuff apart, because that's what I'm planning to. Watch it, take it apart, see if there's anything like that I can use.
How many people live here?
Me and my mom.
So 2.
My dad.
3.
Died.
2. You wasted my time a little bit.
Alright, 2 truths and a lie. Oh, I love this game. I killed 3 people last week. Oh, that's obviously the lie. I had a passionate gay love affair with a man named Francois. Is that the lie? And I'm a Sagittarius. I thought you were a Capricorn. You got me.
Love the calm difference between us and them. Like their group over there is like, Scorpion 1, this is Hitman Actual. I've got a view on the target half a click northwest of the AO over. Over on us, it's like,
my roly-poly.
Tux, how much maple syrup would I need to drink before I could feel my blood pumping through my veins?
Let's see. I need over 10,000 to win, so that. Oh, that's good. And then I need a times 10. I'm fine with that. That's good. Let's try that. Still pretty decent. Yay! I did that with 4. Let's see if I can get it with less. Okay. So 10 times nothing is still nothing. That was useless. Okay. Again, still useless. Because 10 times nothing is still nothing. I didn't do too well. It's 100, which again, 0 times 100 is 100. Oh, and then let's try. No, that's just minus 100. Oh. Yay! It's pretty. I love it that you're gonna get 2 versions of this. You're gonna get version I'm gonna use in the big thing. That was worthless. Where you see now I need 10. Now I need 10. Just need it times. Nah. I think the lowest is you can get. I think the highest is you get plus 500. Wait, what happens if I do times 2? Because that's how maths work. So do 1. What about? That's bad. Okay, need the 500 just to save me. No! 100. I don't know why I'm doing it. I want it once. I'm just failing more times. Okay, there. And then put it there. That's good. Times 2. And then times 10. Do not care. Okay, 1400. I feel like I got good, and I'm just doing this over and over again. So yeah, it's not that hard.
Let's begin. I'm gonna make you wish that I'd stayed gone. Tune on in when I'm done. Your status quo will know its race is run. Oh, this will be fun.
So, today, wait. Yeah, I didn't have a sound. I don't know why. I just thought that. The Witch and the Beast. And I like this because you have, for the most part, these two, and I will mention one small part. But there's so much interesting stuff as you deal with, like, and so it's sort of like episodic yet not, which I think is really interesting. You do have like some overarching things, but it sort of has this thing where it's like you're dealing with one enemy, but it doesn't like one episode on and done. But you have that sort of like that small thing within inside the series. And the one thing I love is that one thing that happens is at a certain point, it moves from one perspective, which is this, straight to like another group. And I'm like, that is fun. Obviously, they start with these people, and then they're like, oh, we have a specialist in this field, because they're like sort of like trying to deal with magical threats. And we're like, oh, we have a specialist in this area, and it's like, oh, it's these people, and it's like, and then they leave. It's not like, and then we're here in the background, but we're still here. No, they leave. Which I love. It's like the idea of like, they just, it's like, that is so interesting. It is absolutely awesome, and absolutely really interesting to watch. So yeah, I absolutely, definitely recommend to watch it, because both the action and everything else is so awesome. All I want to do is flip it Yeah, that's vertically. I don't want to flip it vertically. I want to flip it horizontally.
Firing the actual weapon.
Also, I have a follower. Oh, that's amazing. I was like, I looked at it and was like, wait, what? I don't know how to. I need to re-record it because I didn't have enough time and I want to explain a bit more because I'm impressed. So, to the point, new playlist. I'm just making it because like I feel like it'll be fun. And then I'm just going to be like Lego making if I ever get other Lego stuff from ideas because cool. Same thing, I'll put it on here. I'm starting to make the Lego typewriter that I showed off in like, stuff I got for my birthday. Yeah. I'm guessing like these are like the, I legitimately do not know what stage I'm at. I've got this, I'm like, I'm guessing maybe these are the keys, like that goes there, and that presses something. I don't know. Probably because there's, but it looks so, actually no, it does actually look like that is the, that's why this is a bit different because this is probably like the return. This is something else. This looks so cool though. It is so fun. I said in the last one it is true. The one thing annoying, I had to be like, step 1, step 2, step 3. So I ended up just doing the same process, like, okay, this, get the other 2 pieces. But yeah, I am starting to get my typewriter ready, so. I've got the front. I think, I thought that was the key, so it would go like da-da-da, but realize, oh no, these are the things. So yeah.
So that's part of the theming of here, and the working man go, follow me this way. Now that there looks like it's on fire, but it's...
So this isn't anything big about Alton Towers or like how theme parks are really interesting because I worked at a theme park, but that's not the point. The one thing that I find really interesting, and I was like, wait, is that Harry and Oscar were 2 people I worked with. That's it. It's insane. It's true. I'm like, huh. Like this person who I record and occasionally watch for like the camera videos, which are absolutely awesome. It's like they know people who I know somewhat. I don't know them anymore. I used to work for them, but I don't think I did. I don't know why. It's stupid. But you know, I saw this video. I'm like, wait a second. I didn't remember Harry too much. I don't think I worked directly with him, but I worked with Oscar in, I think it was 2022. Yes, 2022 in Black. So yeah, I said I was going to say this yesterday if you were watching live. That's besides the point. It's just something that I wasn't going to bring up. Because like I said, the top date says the 25th, meaning most of these changes are going to start on the 25th. I could probably like do this a bit back. I could maybe move this up to the 27th, but you know, I'm trying to put this in so it doesn't affect too much. So the first change is on the 25th, which if I'm correct, just gonna... is a Saturday. Usually on Saturday, you're going to get 5 videos. You're also going to get 5 of the videos that are supposed to go out on the 10th. The 10th. But the streams for that week are mostly going to be the same. You're just going to get 5 more videos, so the stream is going to be a bit longer. Same with the 26th. And then the 27th to the 30th, you're just going to get 5 more videos, bigger on the Twitch stream, and maybe a bit earlier. But then on the 31st, there's not going to be any extra on the stream, 10 regular TikToks, but you're going to get Cuphead as well. That cupcake would be for the 3rd. And then, on the 1st, which is also a weekend, the Saturday, you'll get Plague Inc. Also, I find it really interesting on that. I need to do a month thing in between like a weekend. I'm like, So that's also going to be good. I don't need to deal with months, so that's great. But yeah. Cuphead, Plague Inc., which will be for the 7th. Usually I'll be like, okay, we've got 2 streams, that'll be done. But to make sure that I've got for the first week, I'm going to make sure, so I don't come back and like, no, I need to record before Monday, because I'm not going to be back for Monday, and I don't want to like do all of that. So we're going to do the Cuphead really early for the 10th. And I'm going to be leaving on the Monday, so I need to pack a bit earlier. So then the 3rd to the 6th, you're going to get the same as the 17th to the 30th, just 5 more videos, but nothing else new. And down here, the 7th will be the same as the 31st. But instead of doing Cuphead, like it is here, meaning this week, you're going to have 2 streams of Cuphead, besides this will be on the 10th, which would be very weird. Like, you can watch Cuphead and then know exactly what's going to come on the 10th, which is insanity, but, you know, why not? Same here, there's going to be 2 Plague Incs that week, which is for the 14th, which will be for the first week that I'm out. And then for the 21st, which is down here, which will be on the 9th. And that means usually I wouldn't do any more. But what I will also be doing, like I said, would be the shorts. Because the shorts, including 1 short for that, and then 2 shorts for both the Cuphead and Plague Inc. That'll just be that. Because that I can do easily. That is and because I don't need to worry about this, I can just play something in the background, which is what I used to do. But then I like this, because then if anyone wants to come, they can come and chat. And then sometimes if I review, that can also happen. I might also maybe record more if I'm like, ooh, nice scenery. I do nice photos. I don't know. Most likely not, but you know. But yeah. This is the plan. Here is the note you must... But yeah, that is the... So that's sort of like the general idea, the general plan. So yeah, again, it won't change until like the 25th, which is why I wasn't planning to say anything. Because we still have like a whole week and 3 days until anything changes. So like, yeah, for next week, completely nothing. And then the week after that until Saturday, completely nothing. So it's going to be a lot more, but it is going to cover that week. And then when I get back, I don't know how many I'm going to get, but I'm going to get less because I'm getting less on these days, which is very sad because I like on these days. Unless it places somewhere else, I don't know. They have changed it a couple of times, the UI, but you know. But yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, I've already said in the live stream, but yeah, I got this for my birthday, which is like really cool. It's like the Game Theoryware, which is the last time I will probably like, if I ever get this and stuff, I'll be using it because it changed it to Lumen, which fair. They want to be like a more like, instead of being like, oh, it's just Theoryware, oh, it's just like some YouTube stuff, they're turning into like a legitimate, like making legitimate stuff, which I like it. It's so fun, more colorful stuff, but I like this stuff. I like leather jackets. I don't know why, I legitimately have 2 leather jackets now, both from Theoryware, which is also the red one, which I don't think is up here. It's not up here. I also have sort of like a one for my cosplay, but I don't think it matches with the other from Red Hood. But yeah, this is meant to be the purple guy, but I love this. This is so. So I have to re-record this because I didn't realize there's a sound, because every time I put green screen on, there's a sound. Call of War, apparently it was. Don't know what that is. Not relevant to this video. But with this, I thought it was so awesome. I love the action, which has this sort of like really interesting way of showing it with like vampires existing. You have like this insaneness. And with certain ones having like either fairy tales or like these infamous names, it's really cool. I also like this sort of idea with like being like, I'm going to take revenge by healing. And it's like absolutely insane and absolutely interesting. And when you get like these villains which don't seem like villains. They're bad guys, I'm fully admitting that. But they seem more like antagonists, whereas like they're not trying to be evil. There are some that come later down the line, but for like a lot of parts, there's some people that would be antagonistics are more like hurdles, and that is really interesting. There are some people who I would say are villains. I think you have like the scientists, not going to say the names, but you know, if you know, you know. And then you have one of like this group who like, you're like, oh yeah, bad guy. But it's absolutely 100% worth watching. So cool, so awesome. 100% definitely go and watch it.
I gave 3 still. That I'm confused by this. This is very confusing.
I'm currently obsessed with the Mitchells versus the Machines, so I'm going to show you some of my favorite details. This awesome scene where Katie and her family walk out of a burning mall was actually foreshadowed earlier in the film when Katie comes up with the plan for the kill code. In the scene where Mark is dancing with the robots, you'll notice that he is just a step behind in the choreography. Not only is this a cool visual way to show that robots are more advanced than humans, but it also emphasized that even though he's the one that created them, he was always a step behind in their plot to take over. Also, the film makes references to other robot apocalypse movies. When the machines come to life in the mall, a soda machine shoots a soda at the Mitchell family. This is a reference to the Stephen King adaptation of Maximum Overdrive, where the machines, you guessed it, come to life. One of the most notorious being a soda machine killing people by shooting soda cans at everyone. Another reference is when the robots take over, a very familiar moment happens.
Order you stop.
No, Mike.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
A reference to 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, so I was looking into my YouTube Shorts comments, and I had one of them like, oh, this is interesting. And I'm like, okay, what's happening? And then I got this. If you look, it's like, because the last line is like, is something like that. It's like, I put the song, song which is the, why do I always like myself every time like I'm trying to think? It's the, Respectless, which, I think the so it's like, when I brought out the angel's head, which is this line here. When I brought out the angel's head, could help but observe that was turning red. And why are you avoiding wars? That's why the guns you sell are for. And then why are you avoiding wars? That's why the guns you sell are for. Thanks to me being respectless. I'm pretty sure that's what she says, which is true. Which is true. Thanks for me being respectless. How are you misspelling wrinkled? Which I think, oh yeah, wrinkled is misspelled, but I don't care. But this is just hilarious. This is so fun. One thing. Say if. Do you know why this angel's endless? Do you have a disclosure? And just a sec. This meeting's over. So, what is... I was like... this is just insane. I'm like... Wait. Obviously, because it's on YouTube Shorts, I was like originally planning to like look at one and I'm like, oh, which one's the most? I'm like, how did I get this? This is amazing. Like, because I've seen it on other people where it's like they've done a song. I've gotten other Has Been Hotel things. This is just absolutely amazing and awesome. So to everyone here on TikTok, I don't think I can at you, but on YouTube I will in like the descriptions. Thank you, because this is insane and this is awesome. So yeah, that for everyone who did this, well done. This is awesome. Yeah, this is all I wanted to say, but yeah.
Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie a napkin around your neck, Cherie, and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hors d'oeuvres, why we only... No one's slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, no one's neck as incredibly thick as Gaston, for there's no one in town half as manly.
Yeah?
You paid money for this, sir? On purpose?
Wow. Come on, seriously, Zoe, what do you think?
Honestly, sir, I think you got robbed.
Robbed? What? What do you mean?
It's a piece of Fayou.
Fayou. Okay. She won't be winning any beauty contests anytime soon, but she is solid. A ship like this, be with you to the day you die.
Because it's a death trap.
That's not... You are very much lacking in imagination.
I imagine that's so, sir.
Come on, you haven't even seen most of it. Let me show you the rest. And try to see past what she is and onto what she can be.
What's that, sir?
Freedom is what?
I meant, what's that?
Oh, yeah, just step around that. I think something must have been living in here.
So, Baby Boss back in the crib, season, I think, yeah, season 2. And, yeah, it's good. It's okay. It's fine. It's entertaining. It's nice. There's not much to say about it. It's pretty decent. It's an interesting idea of like, oh, you have these two things, and then you have this one person who constantly just keeps coming in and in and in. Which, yeah, the first appearance was like, ooh, we have this like manipulative, and then it's like, so it was fun. It was interesting. A lot of the concepts were like, okay. It's just, besides the sequel, it's just, you're watching it because it's weird sort of films, not, you're watching it because it's good. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. Most likely not. It's just this. It's just, And besides, I think the end being like, it's not like, and then the world was like, then everyone understood the problem and it was all solved. And it was like, oh, there's, okay, that's happening. And it's like absolutely insane. So yeah, I definitely, actually, I don't recommend, don't watch this. You don't need to. Watch Boss Baby 2, because Boss Baby 2 is like really absolutely, it's weird, but it's weird in a sort of like, I can see this being something functional type thing. I don't know. But there's something really here. So yeah.
And then okay, that was a bad option. I got 2 pings, but that was a bad option. Okay, so we go to here. Because these 2 are not going up. So yeah, it's only Greenland and Iceland. Okay, let me just. Okay, just those 2. Get a cold. Don't care. The number goes back.
So, oh shoot. I didn't do this for the 10. I was doing the 10 because again, no specific updates because I wanted to do it for this one. Here is the Lego typewriter. You can see it has more of a shape. the things I finally realised Wookiees finally has the letters imprinted on it. But for this, it will be backwards. Which is absolutely, because like, I can look at this like, yes, that's an A, but it's like, that's a G, but it's all backwards. So I've got the front part worked out. So like, if you look, it looks so intense. And now I need to figure out this. This is going to be my horror. This is like, yeah, you could like figure out this rash and do all of them like, duh. But it still looks insanely cool. Again, all the letters fully done with these amazing sort of like, you get like this edge around it and you get the green. All of it looks so cool, and you get a spacebar. But I don't think the spacebar is connected to one of these. It's connected down here to this little system here. But this is so cool with all of this. Being able to move, shift, back, P, O. The fact that someone, again, was able to make this is insane and is awesome. But yeah, that's my Lego typewriter update. So, with this, Demon Lord Retry. The reason why I like this a lot, because this is traditional. You have one person, this person back here, which is very weird. It's like, here's the main character, and then here are the other ones. But yes, you get the sort of like, person goes to another world, person gets stronger, person gets powers. Everyone's like, oh, look at this person. The other thing which I like is, one, he has 2 personalities, which you get like a conflict with, like some people like liking the other more, which is just absolutely what. But the one thing I love is the idea that his original game seems a little bit more, because he's got a character in a game that suddenly becomes into this fantasy game, well, this fantasy reality, and the game's like this horror type story, and it's like really interesting horror, definitely with like some like his allies, because it looks like he's the villain, and then you have a couple of his allies having like these insane things. It's really cool. I don't know if I'm just misreading it, but because he's the admin, like legitimately, if you're making a game, make yourself the villain. Because like you run the game, you can like operate it, and that's more fun. That's why DMs, even though it's extremely hard in D&D, it's extremely fun because you get to be the villain. It's like, oh, don't blame me. I'm just playing the villain. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's beside the point of like me wanting to learn D&D so I can be the DM and like I can make it chaotic, hectic. It's not truly like being evil. It's more like that idea of like, how are you going to defeat me? A mischievous nature that I love. Anyway, that's just me droning on. But I like the idea that you have this person who seems to be based on like this futuristic, somewhat realistic, but still horror. Because you still have like soldiers, and I think the only one that has any type of Confucianist is this one. But I'm pretty sure she's probably genetically modified her own body. So that's why I'm like, okay, that's how this can happen, and that's can happen. She just got these insane things in her body. And the rest of them, besides the main one, and I don't know if that's the case, seems a bit more like sci-fi or like more mechanical in nature. But it's still like this sort of like insane, and it's absolutely fun and absolutely interesting to watch.
I know how we do Left Word, yes. Now I can, I can't de-develop that one. That kind of makes sense. All of this gets me points. Alright, I'm not going to do the dark one, because the dark one... Let's go. I actually am so double jumping, which is very annoying.
Wookiees finally has the letters imprinted on it, but for this, it will be backwards. Which is absolutely, because like, I can look at this like, yes, that's an A, but it's like, that's a G, but it's all backwards. So, I've got...
Oh boy, I need to find him. Hey, you! Hat girl!
What up?
Where'd you get that hat?
I don't have a cat.
No, where'd you get that hat?
What do you mean I'm fat?
Dude, what? Can you come over here?
What's up?
Where'd you get that hat?
I don't know. One night I woke up and I had this hat.
Shoot, do you know where I could find one?
Nope, but you can have this one.
But then you'll die.
Meh. I've been watching my friends die for a long time. I'd rather just be ignorant about it all, honestly.
I don't know how to thank you.
It's whatever.
Do. So, wow, you're, really burning there, huh?
Well, why do you want the hat anyway?
So we have The Circle Season 6, which I think is really awesome. Because what it is essentially like the new series, because it's got a new makeover. The one thing which I'm annoyed with, because it doesn't do anymore, is also, if you're seeing why I'm on my phone, transferring. That's why. But I like it because it has a new like paint of sorts. And I find it really fun, really interesting, and overall just really like entertaining to watch. Again, like I said, and I was introducing, the one thing that I find sad is that in the original season, you had people being like, doing like when they were introduced, you had a circle where they're sort of sitting in there with a circle given behind, and they'll do flashes of them going in and out with these like really chaotic, weird things. And then it's like, here's their life in this circle image, which seemed really fitting. I know why they didn't, because it is gimmicky. It's like, it's one of those like 2000s things where it's like, I'm hit and hit and hit and hit, and it's like really flashy, really like that sort of like overdone, but I loved it. It was fun that way. But like the rest is really good. I love the AI segment. That made me terrified. I think I mentioned that before, where it's like, that actually made me terrified of like, AI is actually becoming pretty decent. No. Which is making me like terrified, but like, oh wait, AI is actually a threat. Which is legitimately, I'm like, what so with this, it actually made me terrified that it will be true, and this is like, oh no, what has happened? What have we made? Which is just funny, and it is still terrifying. But the other bits of the episode where I think is really good, and later on it becomes even more terrifying when you see Jay's plan, and like what he does, I feel like is really intense. And I feel like in a way that changed the game so much. And the only thing is, I feel like slightly people put him down because of that, because we were like, he's betrayed and like feeling suspicious. But it was overall fun, overall intense, and overall really insane. So yeah, I definitely 100% recommend to watch The Circle Season 6.